Prince's personal chef revealing new details about the pop star in the months before his death. He says Prince wasn't himself and had been battling a persistent sore throat and upset stomach. Investigators, though, are looking into whether prescription painkillers played a role in Prince's death or caused it. And the fact that he passed away without leaving a will is raising a whole lot of legal complications. Lots of questions here for our legal panel. Keisha Hebben and David Schwartz, both are defense attorneys and former prosecutors. Good to see you both. Keisha, let me start with you. I mean, nobody, and I mean nobody, was buying the flu explanation from the beginning.
Right. Well, most people were saying, okay, why did Prince die? The fact that there were prescription drugs found on his person and in his home when he passed away, and the fact that there's an enormous amount of prescription drug abuse in our country right now, you can't expect people not to have that concern.
Right, and he'd been treated, David, for drug abuse before. He'd been into a rehab program, outpatient. Also, 6 days before he dies, his plane makes an emergency landing. He's unconscious, and apparently he was given what's called a save shot for a Percocet overdose.
Right. I mean, look, the writing was on the wall. There were a lot of issues with Prince at this time. The question becomes, though, are we going to blame it on the doctor? Are we going to bring criminal charges
Why not?
On the doctor? Why
Conrad Murray.
Well, that was a different story.
No,
Frank.
Michael Jackson's doctor was convicted of manslaughter.
Right.
He was
and
in
sentenced.
the room giving him the shots.
Is there a difference between giving somebody too many pills?
It was completely negligent, but we don't know yet. We're jumping right now. We don't know that he gave him too many pills.
But you know
Just because
what?
he overdosed doesn't mean that the doctor is culpable.
No, but what the problem is when you have affluent people who can afford to pay these private doctors or personal friends to say, okay, prescribe me more Percocet than what's necessary, then that's what the issue is, and I can see why the police...
Well, there's been probable cause in this case because a judge signed off on what was essentially a warrant raid of the Walgreens, right?
Right.
So probable cause leads you to believe there's substantial evidence here.
Well, look, there was probable cause of an overdose, okay? There is not a probable cause yet that the doctor is culpable for this death and whether or not it's a homicide.
Keisha?
I disagree because the judge issued this warrant to look into the pharmacy because they're looking for evidence of a criminal act. They're not looking to see, okay, did he overdose? They can find that out from the autopsy. So clearly, they suspect the doctor.
It's possible he was doctor shopping using multiple doctors, in which case there might not be a criminal prosecution. I want to ask you, let's switch over to his estate. Now, apparently he didn't leave a will, or at least one hasn't been found as yet. Isn't that incredibly unusual? I mean, rich people usually do sophisticated estate planning. They leave their assets in a living trust to avoid probate. Nothing here?
Yes, that's the usual, but I can't even tell you how many cases of rich people who die intestate. They just don't do estate planning, and then the laws of intestacy take over, and then the law tells how the assets are divvied up.
I cannot see someone as savvy as Prince, who went through this huge battle with the record label, not having a will. I think that a will is going to turn up, or like Greg said, he probably put his belongings in a trust so that it won't be made public.
He's got a full sister and 5 half siblings.
Right.
Does the full sister, if there is no will and it goes through probate, intestate, does the full sister get more than the half siblings?
No. They're all treated equally under the laws of intestacy. So all 6 would share equally.
In the state of Minneapolis, that's what the law is. In other states, it may not happen. I'm sorry. They all would receive what's left over equally. It won't all just go to the sister.
And you know who's going to get rich? The lawyers. And he could have avoided that if he had done a will and a living trust, avoid probate, the litigation. I mean, it's a
good message to the viewers. Everyone should have a will.
I'm thinking something's going to turn up later.
All right, we'll wait and see. Keisha Hebben, David Schwartz, good to see you both.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.